It's a fight right there holding that up.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, how's it going? Good.
Good to see you.
Familiar face. Let's go over to the side so we can hear you a little better.
Okay.
Cool. It's whatever you prefer. I don't mind.
Sometimes it's hard to hear.
Yeah, I can't hear you with that.
I can just like hold it down. Okay.
Some people can speak really loud.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
So how you doing?
Good. We're good. We're out here for our big. What was our March for Life in DC Day, but now we're doing it here in Arlington.
Great. So tell us about what you guys are doing out here today and how you guys are demonstrating.
Yeah. So our live action team is out here today because we acknowledge that 62 million lives have been lost.
Hold on, 1 sec. You're saying?
So the live action team is out here today to commemorate and memorialize and remember the 62 million lives that have been lost to abortion since the passage of Roe v. Wade. Roe v. Wade legalized abortion in our country, and we've lost so many children, so many men and women have been hurt. So we came out here today to be a positive, powerful, peaceful presence for life, so that people know being pro-life is the human rights initiative of the future, of right now, and it's worth it to save lives. It's worth it to be outside in 25-degree weather to speak up for those who can't speak for themselves.
Now that the Trump presidency has come to a close, how do you think he did with the pro-life cause?
Yeah, President Trump had some great pro-life policies. President Biden is undoing them right now, but administrations will come and go. We don't wait on Washington to take action for life. We don't wait on Washington or rely on any political party to do everything we can to save every preborn life. And so we're showing that today. We're doing this across the country. We've got local rallies all over the country. Other groups do as well. But the pro-life community knows administrations are going to come and go. The way you save lives is you change hearts and minds on abortion through education, and you go and you are present in your community, at your pregnancy resource center. You make sure people know that you're pro-life, you're there to support them if they're in an unplanned pregnancy, and that you know the truth about abortion and the abortion industry, and you're going to talk about it. It's not enough to be privately pro-life. It's time to be publicly pro-life in word and deed, to save lives, change minds, and really do the right thing for these kids and all families.
And if you had the chance to speak, now we've seen you go up to several Democrats, prominent Democrats in the past, and ask them about their stances, what they would call pro-choice. If you had the opportunity to speak directly with Joe Biden, what would you say to him?
Look, we're not afraid to influence the influencers, to address the politicians. We've gone and we've approached people like Bernie Sanders and others to say, why won't you speak up for life? Why won't you even just look out for pain-capable children at 20 weeks in utero? Why won't you look out for abortion survivors, kids that survive abortion procedures, to make sure they're given medical care? The reality is that the Biden-Kamala Harris administration is so pro-abortion. That is what the Democrat Party has done. They've pushed out any area for pro-life people in the Democrat Party, and they're really way farther than the American people are. Majority of Americans are against late-term abortions, against abortions after 20 weeks, against taxpayer funding for abortions. But yet, that's what Biden, Kamala, and the administration is pushing forward right now. So I would say to Joe Biden, I'd say to Kamala, look, we at Live Action, we have seen people change their minds on abortion. We've seen people like Dr. Anthony Levatino, who committed over 1,200 abortions, himself say, I'll never do one again. I'm pro-life. I understand what's happening here. We've seen people that have changed their minds that were also abortionists. They were women who've had abortions, come out and speak about life. So that's what we're hoping. We got to work and hope and pray that Biden, Harris wake up to science, to medicine, to the reality of prenatal development and embryology. They claim to be compassionate. They claim to care about science, but yet they don't care for the most vulnerable among us. They don't acknowledge embryology and the fact that life is present at the moment of conception, and life is worth protecting. That's what we at Live Action and the pro-life movement are fighting for. life to be protected in society and in law, and we welcome them to join us in this and end the greatest human rights abuse of our time. We need to end abortion so that we can finally have true peace. Peace begins in the womb. The way we treat the most vulnerable, the most innocent among us is a direct reflection of our character as a nation. And the way that we're treating our preborn children and mothers in unplanned pregnancies is a travesty. We have to be the movement of nonviolence, of encouraging peace and healing and life, and that's what we're going to continue to do.
And now, what would you say to leaders of the Republican Party right now who have basically are about a 50-50 in the Senate and don't have the House and have lost the White House? What would you say to them in the coming year or two, coming up to 2022?
So right now, Republicans, some are standing strong on life. They're going to try and keep any existing pro-life legislation and standards in place. Things like the Hyde Amendment that are keeping taxpayer dollars from funding abortion domestically. You've got 200 Republicans just this week saying, we're going to fight to defend it. But they can't stop there. They have to keep working towards doing everything they can to protect preborn life and these moms from a very greedy, very well-funded abortion industry. Follow the money. Right now, the abortion industry is excited to have pro-abortion politicians like Kamala and Biden in the White House. They have funded their campaigns. They have gotten their politicians here against where the American people are. The American people are not as pro-abortion as this political left is. So I would say to any conservatives, any Republicans, any Democrats, people like Tulsi Gabbard that are willing to have a conversation on life, to do the right thing, speak up for life, force the conversation. Anyone voting on a piece of legislation that involves abortion should be demanded to define what an abortion is. When you know what the reality of an abortion is, it will change your life, it will change your mind. Right now, I guarantee we have members of Congress that are making decisions about abortion, and they have no idea that it involves the dismemberment, the starvation, the beheading of a baby that has nerve endings, fingernails, eyelashes, a heart beating, detectable at 6 weeks. That heartbeat begins at just 21 days. They have no idea. So if they're going to be pro-science, they're going to be pro-compassion, tolerant, inclusive, and loving, then they have to become pro-life.
Great. Well, listen, stay warm out here, and God bless you guys for being out in this crazy cold weather. Was it like 20 degrees out here?
This morning it was 25 degrees.
Gosh, and you got a wind chill. It's pretty significant over here as well. You're right by the river, so.
Thanks. Well, this has been the year of protest, and we're going to keep protesting abortion until abortion is done.
Great. Well, thank you so much. It's great seeing you.
Thank you.